So the market opens tomorrow. Let's do our weekly analysis. Let me just map out let me just get my bias so that when I come on Monday, it's going to be much easier for me. I will just look for my entry model and just see if my bias is playing out. So let's do it now so that on Monday it will be more easier. Throughout the week, it's going to be more easier for me. And you can also use my bias to you can use it to confirm, you can use it like just any, let's just do the video. You can use it to confirm if your bias too is also correct. So let's start with the dollar. I've already mapped out my zone, so it's just for me to check the zones to see what was invalidated and what is still valid. So let's go. So on the monthly we look bearish. Sorry, on the monthly we look bullish. On the monthly we are still bullish. So there is a high chance we tap this equilibrium and keep going up. But let's just, yeah, there's a high chance we will tap this equilibrium and reach to this target here. Let's look at it from the weekly. On the weekly, we look a little bit bearish, but if you can see, we change. There's a change of character here, but we look bearish. So let's see, and let's just see. Let's just keep going down time frame by time frame before we conclude what the market is actually, whether it's going to be bearish throughout the week or it's going to be bullish. So let's not be fast to conclude. So from this time frame, it looks bearish if you ask me. It looks bearish, and I can see accumulation. I can see liquidity that has been accumulated here. So price might just most likely take them and go down to this place. So that's possible, but let's scale down to the lower time frame on the daily. So on the weekly we are bearish. On the daily we look bullish. On the daily we look bullish. On the daily we anticipate price to just probably enter this equilibrium and buy. That's what on the daily I'm going to be anticipating. So let's keep seeing more. So on the daily we are bullish. On the 4 hours, I think this where the final bias going to be. On the 4 hours, if you ask me, we also look bullish because we are making higher highs, higher lows. This was going to most likely happen. Price is going to most likely come to this equilibrium and go higher, go to this fair value gap that I mark. Then maybe when price reach the fair value gap, price can now start reversing down. But overall, we are bearish on the dollar. So that's my bias on the dollar. And if you check, you already see that on the 4 hours, price is making breaking structures to the downside. Price is already breaking structure to the downside. You already took liquidity here and it's taking structures to the downside. It's breaking structures to the downside. So on Monday, throughout the week, not just on Monday, during the week, I want to see price enter this equilibrium. That's one thing I want to see on the dollar. Price to enter this equilibrium and respect the equilibrium and keep going higher. But it doesn't mean because I'm expecting price to respect the equilibrium, it doesn't mean that I'll just rush and enter a trade immediately I see a reaction. I will wait and look for my entry model. If I see my entry model while I'm seeing signs of reversal, I'm going to enter the trade. But price can even most likely just go down. This is another thing that can happen. I don't go into the market with a fixed bias. My bias can change during the week. My bias change a lot. So this can also happen. Price can just come directly and invalidate this low here. So there's also a chance of this happening. So that's my bias on the dollar. On the dollar, I'm expecting price to get to equilibrium. After price get to equilibrium, then price shoot up higher. There is also a chance that price will shoot up. There is also a chance price will on Monday price will reverse, enter the equilibrium here before dishing out this move, before giving out this move, and this will be the best. This one is going to be the best for me. I want market to do this, but there is three chances now. There is a chance that the market will, when market open, is going to come down to this high very quick. There's also a chance that price will balance in this equilibrium and move to this fair value gap. And there's also a chance that price will rebalance this structure and start and go down to this low. So I don't know. Let's just wait till market open. My bias can change. This is just my prediction. My bias can change, but this is my prediction.